Hey everybody, it is Shelly. Good morning, happy Thursday. Before I get going on what I'm going to talk about today, oh geez, sorry Facebook, juggled you a little there. Before I get talking about my subject this morning, I just want to say out to YouTube, please hit the thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell if you want to see when I'm going on. I would appreciate all of that. It brings me up in the algorithms, rankings, or whatever, and I get more views when I have more likes and have more subscribers. Right now, I think I have like 307. I would like to get to 1,000. So if you have friends that would be interested in what I'm talking about, please have them subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It's Creating Happy Mondays. If you are on Facebook and you want to go find it, that's what it is. I can put a link to it later after I get done doing this video. I'm not a techie, but I figure it all out. Okay, so my subject for today is creating new habits. So the trick to using the law of attraction to your advantage is creating new habits that just happen naturally. You know, just like your habit to chew on your fingernails, or your habit to, I don't know, habits. The way you make the coffee every morning, the way you talk to your dog, the way you drive your car. It's all habits. It's all things that we do repetitively every day. Well, when you start being in the habit of the law of attraction, you are repetitively in a better mood, in a better space, noticing better things, you know, attracting better things. So how do you create new habits that bring better, happy things into your life? So I just wrote down 3 things that are, you know, different people deal with everything differently, learn differently, create new habits differently. So number 1 is your willpower. Like, you're going to have to make that choice, because if you don't make a choice to create new habits, you'll stay in the same old habits. So you'll have to make a choice with your willpower to pull back. You know, when you are, you know, I see, like, I'll just give you an example of like spouses that just have like this banter, but it gets kind of nasty. And we all know people that do that. And they're just like, you know, saying mean things to each other, but then they're like, oh, we're just joking. But those things, like, if you keep saying those things, it's not nice. Nobody likes to be treated like that. Or, you know, so when you're doing that, the willpower that would stop you from doing that is to pull back and go, you know what? I actually really do like the way you wore your hair today. Or you know, thank you for dinner. That was really good, you know. So that's willpower, is just kind of pulling back and going, wait a minute, I need to do this in a better way, and then doing it. Number 2 is meditation, and then I put / hypnosis. So meditation is meditating. And a lot of people think that meditation is all about just totally clearing your mind and having nothing up there. The most enlightened people in the world, and there are a few of them, can do that. But the most of us have, okay, what do I have to do after work today? How am I going to start dinner? The kids need this. Like, when you start trying to quiet your mind just starts racing. Or you hear, you know, the dog come downstairs. Oh, I better let the dog out. And then you have to break your meditation. Whatever it is, we all have life. So this is how I meditate. And it works for me, because I have what my friend Liz calls monkey brain, where it's just all over the place. I listen to guided meditations. The cool thing about guided meditations, it keeps you on track, because there's somebody talking to you, telling you what to think, telling you what to visualize, telling you how to breathe, telling you how to deal with your body, relax your shoulders. Okay, now relax your belly. Now, you know, like, it brings you through this whole thing. Or it tells you, bring your soul out beyond your body, and you can imagine what that's like. So when you do those meditations, those guided meditations, it brings you through that. And you can do a 5-minute meditation, or you can do a 2 2-hour meditation, whatever you have time for, whatever you want to dedicate yourself to. I suggest starting small. Don't start with a 2-hour meditation because you will be overwhelmed and frustrated. Start with like a 10 to 20 minute meditation. Get quiet, shut the door, let people in your household know, hey, I'm going to go do a little meditation. If everybody could just leave me alone, and go do it. Do it with your phone, with your iPad, with your laptop, do it in your office with your computer, whatever needs to be done, get in a comfortable spot and do it. The hypnosis thing, meditating is great because it brings you to this space. It brings you closer to your higher self, whatever that is for you. Hypnosis is more about kind of shutting off your conscious mind and speaking directly to your unconscious mind. So if you don't know what the difference between those two are, your conscious mind is like, oh, I feel thirsty. I'm going to get up and get a drink of water. So you get up, but you don't have to think about like, okay, I got to place my foot right here. And then I'm going to have to lift up. And I'm going to have to put one foot in front of the other. And then when I go down the stairs, I'm going to have to step down. And oh yeah, I'm going to need to keep breathing. And I'm going to need to keep my heart pumping. That's your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is that habit mind. And it's the mind that, you know, when your conscious mind says, I want a drink of water, your unconscious mind takes you there without thinking about every muscle movement, without thinking about breathing, without thinking about like, what room do I need to go in to get a drink of water? You know, you need to go to the kitchen or the bathroom to get that faucet or whatever, you know, so that's the difference between those two minds. So when you are in hypnosis, you're shutting off that conscious mind and you're speaking directly to the unconscious mind. And there's several ways of hypnosis. There's, you know, like guided hypnosis, which again, on YouTube, you can find people that will bring you through a guided hypnotic, you know, meditation. There's EFT, which is emotional freedom technique that has to do with tapping different acupressure points and repeating things and, you know, getting rid of, I had a huge phobia with earthquakes. Every time there was a little tiny shaker, I would just go into panic mode. And I did one session with this really awesome EFT practitioner, I guess she is. And since then I've been through a couple little earthquakes, and you know, of course, earthquakes are scary, but I don't go into this phobic craziness. I just am like, okay, that was kind of weird, but I'm not freaking out. You know, before I wouldn't go to a store. I didn't want to be left alone. I was in panic mode. I was in like fight or flight. I just wanted to like get away from wherever I was so I didn't have to be in another earthquake. And now when there's an earthquake, like the first earthquake that we went through, it was like literally like a 4-point. You wouldn't feel it unless you were sitting down quietly, and I was. And I felt it, and my daughter did too. And I was like, did you feel that? And she goes, yeah, what was that? And then on Facebook, a bunch of people were like, oh, did you feel that? You know, and joking around about it. And then it was like 2 hours later, I was at the store, and I was like, wow, that worked. It really worked. So EFT is emotional freedom technique, and it's for the woman that I went through my session with. She deals with PTSD. You know, it's just, it helps you get to a new place, and you can use that for the law of attraction. You can use it for a phobia, but it changes your habit. So your unconscious habit is to panic or freak out when something happens, you know, like PTSD. You know, they've been through being shot at and bombs going off. So when they hear like fireworks or a backfire of a car, it freaks them out. They go into that panic mode. So there's ways to deal with that, to create new unconscious habits where it doesn't freak you out. And you know, that was just a car backfiring, or it's getting close to the 4th of July. So there's going to be fireworks and it's not bombs, you know, so that it helps so much with all of that kind of stuff. But hypnosis is great because you're like, it's like an immediate download into your unconscious mind to change those habits. And you can do it for health, you can do it for wealth, you can do it for spirituality, you can do it for relationships, you can do it for money, you can do it for jobs. Like, it's so cool. Hypnosis in my opinion, is like the fast track to reprogramming your mind. And if you can find a good hypnotist or a good EFT practitioner, it's worth it. And then the last one that I have written down on how to reprogram or create new habits for your mind is affirmations and visualizations. So that's kind of like what they talk about in The Secret, the movie The Secret. They talk about, hi, Jenny. They talk about, hi, Valerie. They talk about, you know, figuring out what you want, writing it in a present tense. So let's say, you know, and I've done this, I've been doing this for years and it's finally in my driveway, but I, Shelly, am so happy and grateful now that I have my Bumblebee Camaro. And I really do have it now. But I wrote that affirmation for years. And then I would close my eyes and I would imagine what it would be like to drive that car, to have it in my driveway. And I would put that out into the universe. And then I would get caught up in my own, you know, like, how am I going to do that? How are we going to afford that? And that's where you get caught up with the law of attraction. You don't allow it to just happen. When I finally allowed it to just happen, it happened in like a week and a half, which was awesome. But those affirmations are affirming what you want has already happened and you're happy and grateful for it. And then the visualization is imagining that you already have it. And so how that works in the unconscious mind is your unconscious mind doesn't know if something is real or not. That's why, you know, they say if you say something enough times, it becomes your truth, whether it was the truth or not. You can tell a lie to yourself enough times. Somebody said this about you, or this happened and it really happened in a different way. You know, it's like there's always three stories: what they think, what you think, and what really happened, because everybody has their different perception on it. So if you want to have a new perception on your wealth, I am so happy and grateful now that I have more than enough money in my bank account. And then you close your eyes and you imagine what it's like to just wake up and look at your bank account and have thousands of dollars in there extra. And you know that, like, okay, if, you know, the dog needs to go to the vet, it's no big deal because you have it there. If you want to buy that purse or buy that gift for your friend whose birthday's coming up, it's not a matter of, you know, having to budget for it. You just have it. And imagine that. Oh my gosh, I can just go out and I saw that Mickey purse. I'm a Mickey Mouse fan. I saw that Mickey purse at the mall this week and I really want it and I can get it. And there's different ways to, you know, I have different methods on how to get really good with money. I've gotten pretty darn good with money. Hi, Laura. So yeah, those are three really great ways to create new habits. Willpower, which is just pulling back from something that you did that you didn't really feel good about doing, and redoing it. So if you're like, you know, driving down the road and you're thinking about lunch with your mom this afternoon and how, you know, she drives you crazy or whatever, you can go, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's going to go better than expected. We're going to have a great time. I'm going to appreciate my mom for who she is. You know, we're going to eat some yummy food. We'll probably talk about her friends at the hair salon or what. I mean, just like whatever. And just reimagine it to be a better scenario. So that's willpower. It's just pulling back and redoing it in your head or redoing it, saying it, you know, like, you know, your spouse might be eating potato chips again. You're like, oh, that, no wonder you're so fat. And you can go, well, that was uncalled for. I'm really sorry about that. You are an adult and you can eat whatever you want. And I still love you. Like, and then number 2, meditation and hypnosis. So that's, if you are not good at either one of those things, you can hire a practitioner. You can listen to guided meditations on YouTube. You can try it on your own. There's different books. There's like Hypnosis for Dummies, Meditation for Dummies. You know, you can read those books and learn how to do that on your own. Excuse me. We all learn in different ways. Some of us learn from reading. Some of us learn from videos or auditory. Some of us learn from actually just doing it and just giving it a shot and seeing how it goes and then tweaking it. And then the last one is affirmations and visualizations. So that's just stating something as if it happened and then visualizing what it's like when that has happened. So a good example of that one too is like athletes will do that. They will imagine the race and they will imagine themselves winning the race, and they've like measured the brain and all the little, you know, things in your brain, the little neurons are firing as if they're racing, as if they're actually running the race, but they're not. But they do that, and they can, you know, they turn it into muscle memory where they're, you know, doing the hurdles, or they're running the race, or they're, you know, winning the game, whatever their sport is, throwing the javelin the farthest or whatever, and then they go do it. And visualization has proven to be like a huge, amazing tool for athletes. So it can be a huge, amazing tool for you to better your life and to get out of these old habits that just keep you where you're at. They keep you where you're at because that's what you were programmed to do, and that's what's worked in the past. So it's time to like open up a new future and be a better person and attract better things. That's what it's about. When you know better, you do better, and then you get better, and you just keep getting better and better and better, and it's awesome, and life just keeps getting better. So I'm going to leave you with that. Again, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe, please share, please hit the thumbs up button. All of that stuff helps me immensely. And have a amazing day. I will chat with you tomorrow. Again, if you want, thanks for all the loves. If you want me to talk about something specific, talk with me. You want to interview me, if you want me to interview you, all that. So leave me some comments, and I will, again, talk to you tomorrow. Bye.